An actual arrest in relation to the Epstein files? That's crazy and unexpected. I don't think it's gonna stand.
I cannot believe it. I thought this was impossible, like a growth spurt in my 30s. I didn't think this was something that would ever happen here. I feel like I'm 9 years old and I just watched a birthday party magician pull a quarter out from behind my ear. My mind is blown. Earlier today, former Prince Andrew...
But honestly, that's the guy we've been talking about pretty much the entire time, so it just kind of makes sense that he'd be the guy to go down. We'll see. I'll actually be on board if anybody else goes down. I'm not seeing it happening though.
Andrew was arrested following Epstein Files revelations. For those that don't know, Prince Andrew was in a lot of the files. There were even pictures as well. Very disturbing stuff. He was a stronger presence in the Epstein Files than Obi-Wan Kenobi was in the original Star Wars trilogy. He was in there a lot. And there's been tons of allegations and a lot of evidence and a lot of ties with Epstein. But I think most people, myself included, just didn't expect anything to happen, because that's been kind of the protocol recently, where the Trump administration in particular is constantly just telling the American public to move on from it, and it's not a big deal, stop caring. Pam Bondi struggles through her lobotomy to try and get a story straight about where she stands with Epstein files on if they exist or if they don't.
Dude, they need to get Pam Bondi out of there. She's just embarrassing herself and the country. Every minute that she speaks, every second. It's terrible. Like, what are we doing here, man?
If they're on her desk or what's going on there, it seems like everyone kind of plugs their ears when Pam Bondi's around and they don't fill her in on the talking points, so her story's never cohesive. The only thing
I think Trump doesn't even actually know what's going on. He just kind of watches Fox News a little bit in the background while he's doing other stuff. And then I think everybody else around him just fills him in, and they're all full of shit.
She sticks to is that Epstein files are all out there and we're done. And there's nothing more to be done about it. Justice has been served with 0 arrests outside of Maxwell.
And there's also more that are outside of the Epstein files, not actually in these Epstein files, because these aren't really the Epstein files.
Well, and of course, Perjury Patel loves to lie about it. Todd Blanche also takes a special kind of joy in letting people know that, yeah, most likely nothing's ever coming from this. It's not a crime to party with Epstein.
Is there any chance that any of these individuals who partied with Epstein and engaged in, relations with minors will be prosecuted? Any chance?
No shot.
I'll never say no, and we will always investigate any evidence of misconduct. But as you know, it is not a crime to party with Mr. Epstein, and so as horrible as it's not a crime to email with Mr. Epstein. And some of these men may have done horrible things, and if we have evidence that allows us to prosecute them, you better believe we will. But it's also the kind of
there's definitely evidence to investigate at the very least, but it seems like they're not even investigating. That's why you investigate, to see if somebody did a crime whenever there's some fishy business obviously going on. And there's evidence of it right plainly in front of our faces, and it gets worse the more we look into it.
Thing that the American people need to understand, that it isn't a crime to party with Mr. Epstein. It isn't a crime to have
Didn't look like that's all that was going on some of those photos. I mean, if the photos could speak, some of them look pretty bad.
That's right. And unfortunately, photos can't speak. And so we need witnesses and we need
Are there videotapes that you all have?
Yeah, there's a lot of videotapes, actually. But according to Todd Blanche in this administration, that's not like actionable evidence. Yeah, there's nothing here. Everyone's making a mountain out of a molehill. But interestingly enough, it seems like
these people are actually sabotaging the Trump administration actively. I don't know if they're doing it on purpose, but either way, if they're doing it maliciously or if they're just incompetent, something needs to be done. They need to get the fuck out of there, man. They need to be removed immediately, replaced.
Like other places in the world are taking it more seriously than America is here, this administration. Internationally, there have been a lot of powerful figures that have come under intense scrutiny and have stepped down or been relieved of their position. And now we're seeing Prince Andrew be arrested in the UK for his involvement here in the Epstein files. And
I kind of think that it's a false flag kind of scenario.